day of the 2 weeks refresher course titled Data Analysis Using Statistical Methods. For the sessions on MATLAB, we have with us Professor Ramesh Kumar Agarwal, sir. Sir at is having years. At present, sir is the Dean and Professor at School of Engineering. Sir has undertaken a
Ma'am, you are not audible at all, ma'am.
Mm. Voice is breaking.
Hello. Anjali, ma'am, you are not audible.
just wait a minute. आवाज क्यों नहीं आ रही आवाज नहीं आ रही वॉल्यूम बढ़ा हुआ है नहीं नहीं yeah so sir has a workshops, symposiums, and conferences, and has supervised around 14 PhDs. And also, sir has undertaken a number of sponsored projects. More than 20 students have been awarded MTech. Dr. Purushottam, am I audible?
Now you are audible, ma'am.
Acha, sorry. I think really apologies, sir, from my side. I gave the introduction, but somehow again I'll just have it. For the session, we have with us Professor Ramesh Kumar Agarwal, sir. Sir, at present is Dean and Professor, School of Engineering, Professor, School of Computer and System Sciences, JNU, New Delhi. Sir has a PhD from University of Delhi and MTech from IIT Delhi. Sir has a teaching experience of more than 25 years approximately, and his research areas are data mining, machine learning, pattern recognition, and medical imaging. Sir has undertaken a number of research projects and is the reviewer of journals such as IEE, Elsevier, and Springer. Sir has been invited to almost a century of lectures and talks, workshops, and in the symposiums and conferences, and has undertaken two sponsored projects. A number of students have been awarded PhD theses and dissertations under his supervision. Thank you, sir, for agreeing to be a part of this particular refresher course, as well as being agreeing to be able to share your knowledge on a much awaited and contemporary topic like MATLAB. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you.
And my apologies, sir, for just a interruption in the network.
No, 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 no. There is something which is not in our control. Okay. And the similar problem you may face while I'll be talking. All right. Anyhow, it's part. Huh? All right. Once again, thanks. And I wish all of you a very, very happy new year. And what I understand, the objective of this refresher course is to give you basics of what is data analytics, and then you should be able to use some of the known softwares for data analysis. And today everybody is talking about data analytics or business data analytics or finance analytics. So there are different programs which are coming up, and the simple reason is that is these days yeah, there are a lot of scope. Okay. And now with the computation power available to us, now analyzing big data, large amount of data is not that tough. And if you find that when we do research also, most of the time we do collect data or we do have some observations. And important thing is that you should be able to analyze your data, find out some hidden patterns present in the data. And it's also possible you may not be very good in programming. But is it possible that you can do data analysis with little knowledge of programming, and then software like MATLAB, then SPSS and SCS, and there are R and many more softwares which helps you in doing this. And all those who are not aware of what is the power of data analytics, so for that I would like to share a background. Now, when we started using computer, the whole objective was that we used to manage data efficiently. Okay. And what was the initial role or initial requirements? The initial requirements were that, let's say you have a organization, you want to store data of all the employees. So when you say records, means name, age, qualification, email address or address or contact numbers, and many more information. Then with time, it's possible that you want to delete some record, you want to insert some record, you want to update some record. So that was the primary objective with which initially we started using computers. And that moment of time, we were very happy even with this kind of work. And for doing this, the size of the computer was much bigger than a size of a normal room. Just think about that, such was the size of computer. But you'll all will agree that with time, we are doing this all with our smartphone. Each one of us has now a smartphone where we are maintaining records of many knowns, okay, our close friends, in terms of name, address, mobile number, email address, and then we may sometimes insert new record, delete some record, update some record. So you just see that with technology, we have moved from the size which has reduced to a very small size. But at the same time, with time, we have started using computer for different purpose also. And then we started talking about information processing. So let's see, differentiate between your data processing and information processing. So what is the difference? So in information processing, you want to infer something from the data, which is not present, okay, which whose value is not present in the data, but we want to infer from the data. So let's take a couple of examples. Let's assume that you know what is the rainfall for last 10 years, day wise, of one particular place. So if you want to know what is the amount of rainfall at Delhi on, let's say, 22nd December 2019, easily we can look into the data, we can find out what is the amount, what was the amount of rainfall. And if we are doing this, then it is your data processing. But if I want to find out what is the amount of rainfall, what will be the amount of rainfall on 10th March 2021. So we don't have this data present. Is it possible that we can infer from our past data, we can predict the value of the rainfall? So when we talk about this, when you want to do this, then we say it is your information processing. Okay. Similarly, you can take some more example. Let's say you know what is the price of one particular share for last many months, and now you want to predict what will be the price of that share, let's say in the month of April 2021. Again, it is not present. We want to infer. Okay, so we talk about forecasting, prediction. Okay. Similarly, we want to find out what will be the demand of this particular product in the year 2021 or 22. What will be the population of India in 2025? So that based on that, we want to develop our infrastructure. So we want to infer what will be the population in 2025 based on the data which are available for last many years. We want to see the trend, that how the population is changing. Okay, with what rate it is increasing. Okay, so there are a lot of applications of this information processing. A business house want to know what will be the demand of a product in the market in the year 2022. Similarly, let's see another important point, that is what can be other objective. The other objective of business house can be they want to improve the sale of a product. So what is the way to improve the sale? So you must agree with me with this example, that most of the business house, they have come to know that you simply give advertisement of sale, sale of 50%, 40%, 30%. So you'll find big hoardings with sale, and in very small letters, down the hoarding, you'll be finding up to. So they are safe. They are saying 30% up to. So means you can get a product where you can get maximum discount of 30% and you may not get. But invariably, many of us and usually one particular phylum, I think they are more attracted and they feel like visiting such shops, and invariably they purchase a product where they are not getting any discount, or they are getting a discount of 5%, 10%. So this is the way of attracting people to improve the sale. Okay. So this is also, I feel that it is a part of data analysis. Then after information processing, now we started talking about knowledge processing. So let's see how knowledge processing is different from information processing. And I'm giving you a very true example. Okay. And this has happened in one of the grocery shop at US. That manager wanted to increase the sale. So for this, he asked one data analytic person to analyze the past transactions, that which items are usually purchased by a person and which is not known to them. Because you all know that when we go to market and purchase bread, most often we purchase butter or we purchase jam. So what I'm saying, if you are purchasing bread, the probability of purchasing butter increases. Similarly, you may have noted one thing, that let's say a person like me, if I am purchasing a new shirt for myself, most often, not always, most often I purchase a trouser. So the probability of purchasing trouser increases once I have purchased shirt. So these are well-known examples, but manager wanted to know items which are bought together, but that is not known to that manager. So after data analysis, that person reported that the person who are buying diapers, I think you know what do you mean by diapers? Diapers are usually used for small children when you go for long distance travel. Okay, so you wrap around this diaper so that he's not traveling during the journey. So the person who are buying diapers, they are buying beer also. Okay. So you just see that one particular item, diapers are used for children and beer usually is consumed by elderly people. So it was quite, initially managers thought that, well, how can this is possible? But after analysis, it was found that yes, these two items are sold together. And usually persons buy these two items during weekend, because diapers is required for children for if they are moving from one place to another, while they thought that, okay, I can have beer for myself so that they can enjoy and they can relax. So this is the power of data analytics. Okay. Now, data analytics is being used by scientific community also to find out some hidden information. And I think during this, I would like to give some basics examples. Okay. And if you have some other problems, you can stop me and ask me how to analyze that particular data. But For this, I'm going to choose platform MATLAB. MATLAB is one of the very user-friendly platform where without knowing, it does not, the doing programming is not complex. Okay. Initially, if you give some time, then doing programming also is not tough. Otherwise, there are many packages available. You can use those packages for data analysis. Okay. So with this, I would like to give you base fundamentals of MATLAB programming. When we say MATLAB, so it has two words, mat plus lab. And mat means matrix and lab is laboratory. So MATLAB stands for matrix laboratory. Here every data is represented in terms of matrix. Okay. And all the operations are performed on this data considering that is a matrix. Okay. So let us see that how we can use MATLAB. Okay. So I will straightway, I think, are all of you having MATLAB with you? Do you have MATLAB with you? Hello, can you give me knowledge that do you have MATLAB with you? Participants have MATLAB with them or they are simply going to listen the lecture? Hello? Hello? If anyone can tell me whether you MATLAB, are you going to practice simultaneously or you are going to simply listen? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
My question is that whether the participants have MATLAB with them.
No, sir. The participants do not have MATLAB with them, sir.
Okay.
Some of them may be having it, sir, because for the purpose of attending the refresher course, one of the precondition was they should have the softwares on the system, sir. So they will be practicing simultaneously. Whoever is having, sir.
Okay. So why I ask so that I can demonstrate directly on MATLAB.
Yes, sir. You can demonstrate directly, sir.
Uh, so then they can practice. Others can
Yes,
practice
so
later
those
on.
who are not having it, sir, the YouTube, whatever is the session, sir, that you are taking, it is being recorded as
Okay.
and is also live on YouTube.
All right.
So
All
they
right. All
can
right.
practice it later
Okay.
on as we will be sharing this recording with the participants, sir.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
So so this is the MATLAB screen. Okay. So
So screen is not visible yet, sir.
when you are going to work on MATLAB, you will get a screen like this, where you
Sir,
will
your screen is not
that
visible, sir.
it's not visible. So I am going to share again. Okay. I'm going to share. Okay.
Ji, sir.
Is this visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible now, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Uh, Friends, when you are going to work on MATLAB, so basically you will be working on one directory. So at present, you can see that at the top, it is shown that my working directory is desktop. Or you can have your one particular separate folder for working on that. So, and in that particular directory, whatever files you have, it will be shown on this side. Okay. Now on this side, you find that if I'm going to work on, let's say I'm going to write some program. So at present, I will not show you. So I'm removing this. Okay. So at present, you can just think about that this is your directory where your programs are there. And this is the main screen. And this we say command window. So initially, I would like to show you that how easy it is to do programming on MATLAB. So I told you that in MATLAB, we say that every data is represented in terms of a matrix. Okay. So let's say I want to create a data with value 2. So for this, I initially have to give some name. So let's say that name of the variable is A. So I simply write down A is equal to 2 and put a semicolon and then I enter. So what I have done, I have created a data with value 2 and that is stored in variable A. So let's say later on I want to fetch this value. Simply write A and enter. You can find out what was the value stored in A. Okay. So now you can see that storing any data in one particular variable is not tough. Let's say similarly, I am going to store B is equal to 3. Now I have created two variables. One where I am storing 2 with the name variable A and another with the variable B and storing value 3. And now I want to add these two values and I want to store this in another variable. So I can write down C is equal to A plus B semicolon. And now you find that I am able to store the sum of these values A and B and storing in variable C. And it's very simple. You can see that the value of C should be 5. And you can see that we are getting C is equal to 5. So it is very easy to do programming, unlike other programming language, where you have to define the variable types. Okay. And then you have to call those variables in main function. Nothing. You can do whatever your simple processing which you want to do directly on your command window. Now let's say I want to subtract these two numbers. So it's very simple. I simply write down a new variable A minus B. Find that to get the value after subtraction, which is 2 minus 3 is equal to minus 1. I want to multiply. Let's say I want to multiply. So I'm writing M is equal to A into B. And now I'm not going to put semicolon. Just see what will happen. So if I'm not going to put a semicolon, what it will do, it will multiply and then and there it will show you the output. So if you want to see the output immediately, so you don't put semicolon. So whatever is the value computed and stored in M, that will be printed there itself. Later on, you also want to fetch and you want to use this value M somewhere, it can be used. So it is already stored. It is also stored in memory. So you want to see what is the value stored. So you simply type M and you'll be getting the value of M. Now let's say I want to divide. So similarly, I can divide also. And for that, the symbol is A and division symbol is given by this slash divided by B. And you can see that you are getting the value 2 by 3 is equal to 0.6667. Okay. You can see that we can add any two scalar variable subtract, multiply, divide. Or we can do some more operation also. So what is a scalar? A scalar is considered to be a matrix of size 1 by 1. So every scalar variable is considered to be a matrix of size 1 by 1. Right? MATLAB is considering even this scalar also to be a matrix, but for MATLAB, this is a matrix of size 1 by 1. Now let us say you want to create an array of elements. So when you want to create an array of elements, so let's do how we can do it, and then we'll do some operation on that. Okay. So let's say I am going to create an array A, and the values are going to be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. I have created an array of size 5, and values are already stored in variable A. So now this is an array of size 1 by 5. So this is also a matrix of size 1 by 5. So you want to, 1 minute, I will take a call. Okay, so let's say I want to know what is the value at the third place. So if you write A in small bracket 3, bracket close, you can get what is the value stored at the third place of this array. You want, say you have another array B, and you have stored, let's say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And you want to add these two arrays. Adding two arrays means what? You want to add A1 plus B1, A2 plus B2, A3 plus B3. So how we can do? We can do very simply by this, which is very simple, A plus B. And can you see that I have added two arrays without any for loop? You see 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 4 is 7, 5 plus 6 is 11. So I can add two arrays element wise. Hello. Please call me after 12. So now, so you have added two arrays. Similarly, let's say I want to subtract. Again, I can do very simple, in simple way, A minus B. But now let's say I want to multiply element wise. So if you want to apply element wise multiplication, so see carefully, this can be written as M is equal to A dot star B. So when you want to do element wise multiplication, you have to write down A dot star B. Dot will tell you element wise, and star will means multiplication. So you see that you are going to have 1 into 2 is 2, 3 into 4 is 12, then 5 into 6 is 30. So you can do element wise multiplication. Similarly, if you want to know element wise division, again, it's not going to be a problem. You simply write D is equal to A dot division operation B, and you see that we are getting element wise division. So you can see that it's very easy to do programming in MATLAB. You just have to remember few syntax, okay? But unlike other programming language, doing these operations are very, very simple. Now let's say I want to do operation on matrix, okay? And so first of all, we have to create a matrix. Let's say I have a matrix A of size 3 by 5. So I will create 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. Second row, let's say 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Then we have, let's say 3, 6, 9, 6, 3. So you have 3 rows and 5 columns. So let's see the matrix. So you have this matrix. So let's say you have this matrix and you want to fetch one particular element from this matrix. Very simple. You just tell me which row. Let's say I'm interested in second row and fourth element. So I'll write down index of row and index of column. So second row and fourth column value is 8. So you'll see that I'll be getting the value 8. Let's say I want to fetch one particular row. So let's say if you are interested in fetching third row, you simply write down third, comma, and colon. So this will fetch you third row and all elements of third row. Yes, there is a question. Sheetal, what is your question? Sheetal? Sheetal, what is your question? Sheetal, what is your question? So, all right. You can see that you can fetch any row. Similarly, let's say I want to fetch a particular column. So say I want to fetch fourth column. So what I should do? A colon, comma, 4. So this will tell you all the elements of fourth column. So first of all, you mention which column. And in the position of row, you simply put a column. So this will give you all the elements of fourth column. Okay. So you can fetch any pattern, any data from a matrix in a very simple way. But now let's say you have another matrix. And let's say another matrix I'm creating B. And I'm creating this matrix B in such a way which is your 2 times of A. So let's see what is B. Now this is your B. So I'll work with A and B. So let's see what is that. So let's say you have this is A and this is B. And what you want to do? Now you want to do element-wise addition. So what you can do is simply perform A plus B. And this will give you element-wise addition. You want to multiply element-wise. So what I need to do? A dot star B. So what I'm giving you? 1 into 2 is 2, 3 into 6 is 18, 5 into 10 is 50. So let's see whether I'm getting this or not. हाँ आप 12 बजे के बाद बात करना प्लीज. Okay. So you can see that I am able to multiply element wise. Okay. I am able to multiply element wise. 3 into 6 is 18, 5 into 10 is 50, 6 into 12 is 72, 7 into 14 is 98. And similarly, if I want to find out element wise division, you can see that element wise division is equal to your this value. So you can see 1 upon 2 is 0.5, 2 upon 3 upon 6 is 0.5, 5 upon 10 is 0.5. Yes, yes. What is your question? What is your question, Sheetal?
Sir, there is a sir there is a question by Sarita, Dr. Sarita. There is a question that
Yes.
if the matrix is very large, then do we have to create it, or it can be imported or copied from some other source?
I will demonstrate everything today.
Ji sir.
At present, I am teaching A, B, C, D.
Yes sir. Basic we are starting from
Then
right
I will
from
teach
start.
CAT, cat, DOG, dog. And then I will teach the spelling of Czechoslovakia.
Okay sir. Ji sir. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Yes sir.
I am going to tell you how to load data from a file. Okay. Whether
Yes sir.
it is from Excel sheet, whether it is from text document, whether it is from some database. Okay. Everything we can do it. We can fetch the data. We can load video data. We can load image data. But
Yes.
to give me enough time to explain. Okay.
Yes, sir, there is a question by Sharan sir. Definitely, question of Dr. Sarita will be answered in the rest of the session. But Sharan sir is asking that what is the difference between use of semicolon and full stop? That is the signs that are being used.
So I am saying that in my statement,
Ji sir.
when I terminate so what that after processing right hand side expression
Yes sir.
will be stored in left hand side variable.
Okay.
Okay.
Ji sir.
And we can use it for my later program,
Okay.
or I can save that data for later uses. But when I don't put semicolon, in that case, the data will be stored in left variable, but at the same time, it will print the result also on the screen.
Ji sir.
Okay.
Ji sir.
All right.
Ji sir.
Can I
Thank you.
proceed further?
No sir, that's it. These are the only
All
questions.
right. All right.
Sir, we
So
can move ahead.
I think this screen is still visible to all of you. Okay.
Yes, sir. The screen is visible and you are clearly audible, sir. We can
Thank
continue.
you. Thank you. Thank you. So now I have shown you that how we can add two matrix, then element wise multiplication, element wise division. But many times we want to multiply two matrix. So what is the characteristic when you multiply two matrix? Then it is important that when, let's say if you have a matrix A and B, then the number of columns of A must be equal to number of rows of B. So if you see here, we have these two matrices A and B. So the number of rows in this is 3, number of columns are 5 of matrix A. While for B, the number of rows is 3 and number of columns is 5. So if I want to multiply A into B, then this is not possible because it is violating rule of matrix multiplication. What is the rule? The rule is the number of columns of A must be equal to number of rows of B. In this case, number of columns of A is 5 and number of rows is 3 of B. So it cannot be multiplied. But if I say that you have B transpose. So what is B transpose? So this is matrix B transpose. A row is converted into column. So now, what is the number of rows of B? 5. And what is the number of columns of A? 5. So now we can multiply. So now if I want to multiply, let's say A into B transpose. So what we can do, C is equal to A into B transpose and semicolon. If I put semicolon, result will be not printed then and there. So let us check what is the output. If I multiply first row with my first column, then what should be the value? Then 1 into 2, 2, 3 into 6 is 18, 5 into 10 is 50, 6 into 12 is 72, and 7 into 14 is 84. So you have to add them together and that will be stored as first element. So let us check what is the value C. So you find that if you multiply a matrix of size 3 by 5 with a matrix of size 5 by 3, you will get a resultant matrix of size 3 by 3 and it can be done very easily. You don't require any for loop for computing matrix multiplication of the two. Okay. So then what we do? What more operations we do on matrix? We are interested to find out, let's say, inverse of a matrix. So simply write down inverse of matrix C and it will tell you what is the inverse of a matrix. Let's say you have a matrix A. And what you want to do, you want to add. So when I say sum of A, let's see what it does. When I say sum of A, what it is doing, it is adding column wise each column. So it is adding elements in each column. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6, 3 plus 4 plus 6 is 13, 5 plus 6 plus 9 is 20. So we can load this dot. We can do this addition element wise. But let's say I want to add all elements of this array of matrix. Then what we can do? We can simply write sum. Then we say A and then you write down colon. So when you say A colon, so all the elements will be arranged as one array. And then now if you sum them, you'll find that it will give you the sum of the values of all the elements present in an array. Okay? Any doubt? Okay.
No, sir. No, sir. There is just Subodit, sir, who has just helped, just given an answer to your matrix. There is no other question other than that, sir.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Sir, there is somebody is asking that in case I have entered a wrong data and I want to remove it, but I am not able to do so using backspace on my computer. How do I remove the wrong data?
So let's say it's something like this. Let's say I have stored by mistake this data, and instead of actually this value 3,
yes, sir,
I wanted that this should be value 4. This
yes,
is what I want.
G.
All other my datas are correct, but by mistake I have written 3. It should have been 4. So what I can do? What is the position of this element where I have made mistake? So this is 3rd row and 5th column. So what I will do, I go to 3rd column, 3rd row, 4th column, and I write it down, let's say value 4. So when I do it, I am going to replace 3 by 4. So just check it.
Yes, sir.
No, sorry, I made 6 to be 4. All right.
Yes, sir.
I have made my third row and fourth column value was 6. And let's say this was wrong. And I wanted to write 4. So I did it by A3 comma 4 is equal to 4. Okay. So any value can be updated. There is no problem. Okay.
Ji, sir. That answers his question, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
So I'm saying, let's say you have some data. And let's say this data I will generate now randomly. Let's have data A, and this is your random data of one column 20 one. So what is this data? This data is this data. Let's say this is data. Let's say this is your data. And on this data, you want to do some kind of analysis. What can be the analysis? You want to find out what is the sum of this value. It's very simple. You write down sum of A, you'll get the value. You want to get mean of this A, you'll get mean value. You want to get mode of this A, you can get this value. You want to find out median of this value. You can get this value. So it's a very simple way of computing this mean, median, mode. Let's say you want to compute standard deviation because it's quantity in data analysis. So standard deviation of A. So it's very simple, STD of A. All right. You want to compute min value of A. Among this A, what is the minimum value? You can get minimum value. You want to get maximum of value. You can get maximum of A. So computing any statistics on data is not going to be tough. Okay, very simple way. You just have to remember. Okay. Let's say, yeah, you have array A. So this is your A. And you want to sort this array in ascending order. Very simple. So let's say after sorting, you are going to store in array B. So you write down sort, S-O-R-T, sort, and A. So can you check whether after sorting you are getting sorted list or not? You can see that we are getting sorted list. Are we getting sorted list in ascending order?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's say you want to know that what if the data is very big. Let's say the number of elements in this array is 10,000. And you want to find out where is this value? Where is the minimum value in this array? So I'll show you that. So for this, what is the syntax? You write down that what is the, after sorting you want to store in B and you want to say index. And then you are saying sort of A. So B is the sorted list. So I'll show you A and this is your B. B is the sorted list. And end one will tell you where is the my minimum value. Where is my minimum value? So minimum value in my array is at the 6th position. So check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So at the 6th position, the minimum value is there. Okay. So you can find out where is that minimum value stored in your data, or where is the maximum value stored in the data. Maximum value will always be stored at the last position. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So after this, another important point, which is very important for data analysis, is that you can sometime understand or interpret when the data is shown visually. No. So in visual form, you will be able to understand things in better way. So how I can show my data in terms of plots? So I'll show you that. Let's say my X is varying from 0 to 10. So when I write that X is equal to 0 to 10, let's see what does this mean. In this case, you will get an array with the value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think you have understood what does this mean. If let's say if I say X is equal to 5 to 10, then what you will get? You will get X will be equal to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Means every element will be at a step of size 1. So your first value is starting value. Last value after colon is your last value of, and in between elements are going to be shown at a step of size 1. But let's say if you want to generate numbers at the step of size 0.1.
Sir, there is another question by Tushti also. She is asking that if we want to sort the data in the descending order, is there any
No problem. No
is there
problem.
any
We'll do that
syntax for
also.
that? Ji, sir.
Okay. So I will show that also. All right. So let's say I want to sort in descending order. You simply write down B is equal to sort A. A was my array. Then you write down D, E, S, C, E, and D. So if you are not writing anything, it will always do sorting in ascending order. But if you are not, if you are interested in descending order, then you have to particularly write this in code descend. Oh, sorry, I have actually removed A. So now again I create an array A, and now I do this, and you see that now I have arranged my elements in descending order. Is it visible? Hello, can you see that this sorted array is in descending order? Hello. Hello. Hello, is it visible? Hello, is it visible? Hello.
Ji, sir.
I am saying that is it visible? This is
Sir,
visible
sir,
of
sir,
order.
visible sir. कोई problem होगी तो I'll just let you know because वो network में
Okay, all right, all right, all right. Okay, so I have shown example of descending order, but now I wanted to show you something else. I am saying that let's say you want to generate numbers in one particular pattern. So initially I generated numbers when I say X is equal to 5 colon 10. Then what I'm getting is that it will start generating number from 5. So starting value will be 5 and my last value will be 10. And all other values will be in the step of size 1. So after 5, 5 plus 1 is 6, 6 plus 1 is 7, 7 plus 8, 1 is 8. So I can generate numbers starting from 5 till 10 in step of size 1. But if I want to generate number, let's say, starting from 0 in step of size 0.1, and let's say up to 10. So let's see what I will get. Can you see that I'm getting lot of numbers? My starting value is 0, 0 0.1, 0 0.2, 0 0.3, 0 0.4, 0 0.5, 0 0.6. So I am able to generate numbers in one particular order. So after generating this number X, let's say I want to have a another variable Y, which is nothing but it is given by 2 into star X. So what does this mean? It will multiply 2 with every element of X, and I'm going to have Y. So now you have two data. Every value of X, you have value of Y. And now you want to plot it. You want to see how it looks. Let's say you just think of that you have these two data of same size, and you want to see the behavior of how Y changes with X. Because watching very large data will be very difficult. So you can analyze this in better way if you can plot it. So if I'm going to plot, let's say plot X comma Y, and let's say I'm going to show every point corresponding to each pair of X and Y by a color and by some symbol, let's say star. So if I do it, it will plot Y values on Y-axis, X on X-axis, and each point of every pair is shown by a red color with a star symbol.
सर जो यहाँ स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन है that will be the standard deviation of the population or standard deviation of the sample, sir?
No, standard deviation of the your data on which you have worked.
Okay. So sample का ही होगा सर जिस पे हमने डाटा जो
हाँ, yes.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So can you see this?
Yes, sir. It is visible, sir.
So you can see that I am able to plot how Y changes with changes in X. Okay. And now let's say I want to plot where I have many such kind of relationship. So let me show you that. So at present, I have one relationship between Y and X. Let's say I have another where I'm saying Z is equal to X dot star X. What does this mean? It is nothing but X1 square, X2 square, X3 squares. Okay. So this I'm storing as, let's say, Z. And let's say you have another variable where you say this is your W, where X is changing, let's say 3 into, or let's say 0.3 into X dot raised to power 3.
सर हम इसका स्क्रीन थोड़ा बड़ा कर सकते हैं ताकि थोड़ी
स्क्रीन बड़ा होना थोड़ा सा मुश्किल है.
कोई बात नहीं सर, कोई बात नहीं.
स्क्रीन बड़ा होना. What I can do, I can initially show you on Word file and then I can type it. All right?
Yes, sir, because that way we will be able to see.
Okay. You just tell your problem. I'll do it. Okay. So I'm going to show you now that. All right.
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to type on Word file, okay, where it is easily visible. Okay?
Yes, sir, and then we can copy paste the syntax here for see the to see the result.
Okay. I'll do that.
Thank you, sir.
Is this Word screen visible to you?
No, sir, it is not yet visible, sir.
Okay. Is this visible now?
Yes, sir, it is visible now, sir.
Okay. So now I'm saying that I have created, I'll make the size little bigger so that, so I'm saying X is equal to 0 in step of size 0.1. And let's say I go up to 5. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir, it is visible now, sir. Thank you.
So can I make it little more bigger? Is it fine now?
Sir, it is visible now, sir. We can continue, sir.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
now let's say I want to create Y where this is given by your X dot star X. Let me write it down in capital X itself. Okay. So I have created one pair. Then I'm going to create another relationship where I'm saying this is your 0.3 into X dot raised to power 3. Okay. And let's say there is another relation, let's say T, which is given by 2 times X plus 1. So I am going to have one relationship between X and Y, another between X and Z, another between X and T. And I want to show all these three graphs on same figure. So how I can do it? I will write plot. So this plot P should be small plot. Then I'm saying X, comma. Then I'm saying Y. And let's say I want to by red color and a star symbol. Then this is for one line, for one curve. For another curve, you have to write down X comma, Z comma, and let's say this time I show by blue color and plus symbol. And then I'm going to plot X versus T. And this time I'm going to show by black color. And let's say again by this symbol is O. So let us see that if I do this, how it will look like. Have you noted down this syntax?
Yes, sir. Sir, we can now copy paste it there, sir.
Is this MATLAB screen visible now?
No, sir, not yet.
So again, I think you have to switch.
सर अभी वर्ड वाला ही दिख रहा है सर.
Now is this visible now?
वो सर वर्ड वाला ही दिख रहा है अभी.
अच्छा, यही प्रॉब्लम रहेगी है ना. ओके, सो न्यू शेयर.
सर वर्ड फाइल ना थोड़ा बेटर विजिबल हो गया है तो आप
नहीं, वो तो हो गया, लेकिन मैं रन करके भी दिखाना चाह रहा हूं ना. अब विजिबल है मैटलैब स्क्रीन?
यस सर, कंप्लीटली विजिबल सर. थैंक यू.
नाउ यू सी टाइप इट. ओके, सो एक्चुअली इसमें एक मुझे सिर्फ थोड़ा सा कुछ ज्यादा चेंज, ये सिंबल जो है ये करना होगा, क्योंकि वर्ड से जब मैं कॉपी करता हूं तो ये डिफरेंट हो जाता है.
यस सर.
Can you see this curve? Hello, is this curve visible? Hello, is it visible? Hello?
No, sir.
It is not visible?
No.
Okay. So again, let me share. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you can see that initially this red points are showing relationship between X and Y. Then your blue plus was showing relationship between X and Z.
Yes sir.
And your black circular symbols are showing relationship between X and T.
T.
So I can plot many such curves on this graph.
Sir, there's there are request coming that can you please explain the plot command one more time, sir?
Okay, sure.
Thank you, sir.
So plot command is very simple. You have to write on in small plot plot. Then what is the variable on x-axis? So in our case, it is x. And on y-axis, my first data has value y. And then in code, what is the color you are going to use? And what is the symbol you are going to use to plot that point? Okay. Similarly, I can show x comma in quote b plus, where b stands for blue color and plus is a symbol, and similarly a comma, then third pair,
Ma'am,
similarly comma,
sir,
fourth pair.
Sulobi ma'am is asking that is MATLAB case sensitive, sir?
Yes, it is case sensitive.
Yes, sir. And another question is, sir, Kuljit ma'am is asking that why we are writing B positive and K capital A O, sir.
No, actually this is actually in programming in MATLAB they have already defined color for every symbol.
Yes, sir.
So if you see carefully, so many symbols are the character starts from the color first number, it's first character itself. But for black, B is already used for blue. So I cannot use B for blue also, B for black also.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, and what is S and T? Sanjit sir is asking.
What is S?
S and T. Sorry, Z and T.
Z and T? Huh. I had created variables, you know.
Okay. Sanjit sir, they are the variables that we are discussing.
Where you just see I have created an array Y in
Okay.
terms of X.
Ji,
I
sir.
have created an array Z in terms of X. I have created an array T in terms of X.
Okay, sir. Ji, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is it fine?
Yes, sir. It is fine, sir. I'm getting go ahead in the chat box and sir.
Okay, good.
Yes.
All right. So after this, so I'm saying that you have some data.
Yes, sir.
To visualize it. So now you let's say I will now I'll show you, and at the same time I'm going to plot it also. So now I'll remove. So there is one data which is a very famous data which is already available with me, and that is stored in a file which is mat file. How to load? You should know the name of that mat file. Let's say I know. So the name of that file is Fisher Iris.
Okay.
So I simply write down load Fisher Iris. By default, it knows that the extension is .mat. Okay. So when I click it, it has loaded the data. And now this data, what is that data? I'll show you. It has two data. One data is MEAS. I'll explain what is MEAS. MEAS is your measurement of three kinds of flowers. So those flowers are Setosa, versicolor, and virginica. And each flower is represented in terms of petal length, petal width, sepal length, and sepal width. So you want to see those data? So if I just type MEAS, 1 comma colon and enter. So what does this mean? It means for my first flower, the petal length is 5.1 centimeter, petal width is 3.5 centimeter, sepal length is 1.4 centimeter, and sepal width is 0.20 centimeter. So if you want to see all the flowers data, so it is available here. So can you see this? This is a big data. So there are 150 flowers. So I want to see what is the size of this data, MEAS. How can I find out what is the size of this matrix? Simply write down SIZE, size, MEAS. Is it visible? SIZE, MEAS.
Yes, sir, it is visible, sir.
So you see that what is the size? 150 by 4. Means there are 150 rows and 4 columns. Each row represents details of that flower. Means each flower is represented in terms of petal length, petal width, sepal length, and sepal width. Okay? And now let's say I want to plot how petal length and how petal width and petal length are varying. I can show you. Plot MEAS. So my petal length, let's say on x-axis. So colon, comma 1, MEAS, colon, comma 2. So I want to see the relationship between petal length and petal width. So, and now I plot it by red color and star symbol. See that how it looks like. I'll show you. Just hold on.
Yes, sir.
Is this visible?
Yes, sir, the plot is visible, sir.
Plot is visible. Where is red dots are there? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So this on x-axis I have shown petal length, and on y-axis I have shown petal width. So that's what it shows, that this is the kind of behavior. So in general, you may see in general, as petal length increases, petal width also increases in general. Okay. Okay. So this is possible. We can view data. Okay. With the help of plot. Okay. Now in statistics, one of the very important point is that when you have two random variables, whether they are correlated or not correlated. And you all will agree with this example that you must have seen that when the price of diesel increases, invariably the price of vegetables also increases. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
And sometimes you must note this, when the quantity of onion is available in very large quantity in the market, then the price of onion is less. Have you noted this also?
Yes, sir.
Means as the quantity of onion will increase in the market, the price will decrease. So I want to understand between two variables, whether by increasing one, other is increasing or decreasing, or whether there is no relationship between the two variables. Then you have in mathematics, in statistics, you have a quantity correlation between two variables, and that can be measured in terms of Pearson correlation. Should I tell you the formula for Pearson correlation?
Yes, sir. We can have the formula in a second, sir.
Okay, all right.
And sir, Dipankar sir is also asking that how we can load fisheries in this.
Fisheries, I have just shown.
Sir, एक बारी repeat फिर से कर दीजिए sir. Sir is
हाँ,
asking, just want to see one more time, sir. और सर
load.
एक और भी है सर, that some participants are requesting that how do we use or activate help in MATLAB, so that if we don't know a command we can take the help in MATLAB.
Okay, okay, but one at a time.
Yes sir, thank you sir.
You tell a query, I'll answer. Okay. So
Thank you sir.
answer of a query, how to load
Dipankar sir,
this
fisheries one more
data.
time, sir.
Very simple. Load FISHERIRS. Fisher Irish.
जी sir.
So when I type this, I'll be able to have data loaded in my memory. And it has two variables. One variable is your of flowers. So there are three kinds of flower. The size of this measurement, can you see that it is 150 by 4? Means there are 150 flowers. Each flower is represented in terms of 4 features: petal length, petal width, sepal length, sepal width.
Yes sir.
And there is another data which is stored as species. Okay. And you see that the size of this is also 150 by 1. What does this mean? Each flower is of one kind. I told you there are 3 kinds of flowers: Setosa, versicolor, virginica.
Yes sir.
So out of 150, my first 50 samples are Setosa. My next 50 samples are versicolor, and my next 50 samples are virginica. So I'm going to show you. So if I'm going to print species, okay,
Yes sir.
only first 50. So you'll see that all my first 50 samples are going to be what? Setosa. Oh, sorry. Can you see all these are Setosa?
Yes sir, it is visible.
Setosa.
Yes sir.
Now, similarly, I am going to show you that my next 50 samples, are versicolors. So 51 to 100. Are you getting versicolor?
जी sir.
All are versicolor.
जी.
Now, similarly, I am going to show you my next 50 samples are virginica. It is from 101 to 150. Are these virginica? Are these all virginica?
Yes sir. It is visible sir.
Okay. So now you have asked another question, that how to use help.
Yes sir.
So you have to remember the name of that function. So if you remember the name of that function, you simply write down HELP, help, and name of the function. Let's say sort, SORT, sort. So when I do this, you will find that you will get help. You will know everything about this sort. That I want to sort this, then whether you want, or if I saying auto, whether you are talking about in ascending order, descending order, so everything is, you can read it and you can use it. All right. Let's say similarly, I want to know the different arguments which are used by plot and how plot can be used. You simply write HELP, help, and then plot. So when I enter this, so you will get this. Can you see this detail?
Yes,
It is
sir. So in a way, sir, जब भी हमें कोई command के बारे में पता करना हो, we want to know about it, we can simply type help and the command or the function for which
name.
we want
Yes,
help.
yes,
And then we
yes,
can definitely get all the required commands which can be used in the MATLAB for the purpose of carrying out that particular.
yes, yes, yes.
Thank you,
You
sir.
don't, then you won't require my talk. All right.
No, sir, but for the
Okay.
purpose of explaining the screen and
Okay.
everything, sir, your knowledge is definitely compulsorily required, sir.
Okay. All right. So can you see this? It is
Yes, sir.
given
Yes, sir.
that B for blue, B for green, R for red,
Yes, sir.
E for cyan, M for magenta, Y for yellow, K for black, W for white, and then what are the different symbols you can use? Dot for point, O
Yes,
for
sir.
circle,
Mhm.
for X mark, plus for plus. Okay.
Sir, there is another question that for the purpose of for the purpose of uploading the data on MATLAB, where
Huh.
the data has to be kept first.
You can keep anywhere in your directory.
Okay.
So
Yes, sir.
you should have data in your directory.
Yes.
I think people are very curious. So first of all, I would like to show that part. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I think then only they will stop. Okay. So they feel that how can to do this? I'll show you.
Yes, sir.
Let's say with the help of example, I have my data which is stored in text file. Let's say this is the name of this file is try.
Yes, sir.
Can you see that I have a file, text file, and the values are written 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9.
Yes, sir.
Is it visible to all of you?
Yes, sir. थोड़ा छोटा
Show
visible है
you
sir.
that how can I load this data try.txt. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Similarly, I am going to show you another data. All right. Let's say there is a file where there is a Excel file. And which is, let's say this data is there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's say this data is there. Okay. And I want to load this data
On MATLAB, sir.
from MATLAB.
Yes, sir.
There is a file name keynote speakers. Okay. I am going to organize an international conference. So I have created a budget for this and for many more things. Let's say I have this file. All right. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let's say how I load this. Can you see that I have written this a load in bracket name of the Excel file?
Yes, sir. The name of the Excel file from where you're taking the details of the conference and
Huh.
other things, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
And at present, my working directory is desktop.
Yes, sir.
So my file is also there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I am going to, when I do this, sorry, I think I have to create number just now. Let me see if I can see this.
Yes, sir. It is visible on the screen now, sir. Yes, sir.
एक मिनट पहले मैं वो वाला कर लेता हूँ.
सर मैटलैब इस तरह से व्यू बहुत विजिबल है अच्छे से सर क्लियर
हो रहा है?
यस सर
ओके ठीक है. So I have loaded this data.
यस सर
And now you want to see what is the data in this my file. This was the data.
यस सर सर वो जो एक्सेल वाला था डेटा वो वाला
हाँ, तो वो एक्सेल वाला मैं पहले एक एक्सेल शीट बनाता हूँ. ठीक है.
यस सर
let's say my data is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And this is nothing but 2 into A1. So this is my data. Is it visible?
Sir, it is visible, sir. Not a
Okay.
problem, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's say I am going to try to, and it is your XLSX. Okay. Oh. On line 1. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. With some maybe
Yes, sir.
key character. मैं मतलब कुछ एक और मैं तरीका दिखाता हूँ. एक मिनट. Possible? Can you see that time fetch data?
Yes, sir. The Excel that you have just put there in a MATLAB, it is visible, sir.
Now, let's say I have many columns in the Excel sheet.
Yes, sir.
I want to access only these two columns. I simply click this arrow in my MATLAB. Can you see this? This is your tick symbol, green symbol, import selection.
Sir, yes, sir. The one with the tick, sir, you just click.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes.
Yes, sir.
So when I do this, this import will be done. Okay.
Sir, so
Now
in
that
this
data is available in my memory.
MATLAB now. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So there are many ways. I can tell you little simpler way also. Can you see in MATLAB there is in menu there is a symbol with green in color
Yes, sir. The one you are
button
clicking.
import data. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let's say you don't remember the command.
Yes, sir.
You simply click this, go to the directory where your data is, and you can choose text file, Excel sheet, whatever you will. Let's say I will do here. Let's say try to. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And I'm able to get this data. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So click getting this data is not a problem. Loading data is not problem. In fact, we can load even video, we can load even image, we can load even text data. I just give you simply show you a glimpse. Let's say you want to work on images. This is I load camera man.
Sir, Ram sir is also asking a question that can we save the workspace file in MATLAB?
Can you?
Can we save the workspace file in MATLAB, sir?
Yes, yes, everything, everything will be done.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You can even give command to MATLAB to prepare tea also for you. Okay, so MATLAB will instruct robot to prepare tea for you. Okay, you can control robot through your MATLAB program, and you can instruct MATLAB your robot to do what you feel like. Even you can instruct robot that, but then you have to invest some money for creating robot. All right. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So when you talk about controlling robot, also robot has to analyze data, what you want. So you may like a hard coffee. Okay. So then he should know that the instruction is coming from Dr. Anjali and she want hard coffee. While if it is instruction is coming from R.K. Agarwal, he want light coffee. So accordingly, robot will prepare coffee for you. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
all part of data analysis. When you say robot has also data, but they are pre-programmed. Okay. And then robot will be acting accordingly. So you want to save some data. So I'll show you. Let's say I have A is equal to 2. I have B is equal to 3. And I want to save in one file where my both A and B are stored. That what you want?
Yes, sir.
So I will type save. Save, I think it is as, let me see, help. I don't remember it is save or save as, but anyhow, I'll do it. Okay. So what you can see that I need to save. Okay. Let's say A, B, C. So I can save it in many ways. Okay. But I want a similar way. So I can do this. Save. Let's say I'll give the name as A, comma B. So this A and B are stored in a variable S. A and B both are stored in variable S. So now when you load, now I say I clear everything from my memory, nothing is there. Now if I say load S, so it has loaded my mat file S, and now I want to know what is A. A is 2 and B is 3. Can you see this? So I
Yes,
get the
sir.
value. So I am able to save my data in mat file. You leave the MATLAB, you terminate the session, and later on you want to use those variables in your memory, you can bring those variables.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Can I proceed further?
Sir, sir, would you like to take a break, sir, or we can come back at 12 o'clock again, sir, or you want to
Hey,
continue?
what is the time you have given to me?
Sir, it is till 11:30, sir. We have a break after that, and then we come
No,
back
no,
again for the
no.
session at 12,
No,
sir.
my session is from 10 to 12 or I have more session?
Sir, you have another session, sir, from 12 to 1:30, sir.
Achha, continuous, huh? 10 to 12 and then?
Sir, 10 to 11:30, sir, and then
Ah,
12 to 1:30, sir.
okay. So I think then let's have a break. Okay.
Yes, sir, we'll have a break now. We'll come back for the session, sir, at 12 o'clock.
At 12 o'clock. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, okay.
Thank you, sir, for such a informative session that is going on, taking up all the queries of the participants side by side. Definitely, this is a software which is new for many participants who are part of this refresher course. It is new for me also, looking at the way that I can even command that what is the type of a coffee that I can have or instruct the robot to have it. Thank you, sir, for enlightening us all about it. And we'll continue with the session and meet again at 12 o'clock. Thank you, sir.
Okay, okay, okay.